Hello everybody, welcome back to 10 Minute Reviews. I'm Jason. This fuzzy one right here is Freya. We're bringing you today's video. As always guys, please hit those like and subscribe buttons. Small family channel, just love to talk about books. Bring you guys books, authors, things to read, things to entertain you guys with. So we would appreciate the support. We're going to keep doing it anyway, but we would appreciate the support, of course. So for today, I want to talk about an author that we've talked about in the past. I believe I've talked about this series in the past. I want to talk about the last book of it. I want to talk about Bruce Sentar and his book, Tao Destruction. Now, one of the fantastic things about Bruce Sentar, aside from how prolific of an author he is, he tries to release a lot of books a year while the quality still remains pretty high. But one thing that I really like is that he also ends his series. He doesn't make these ongoing series that are 15, 16, 17 books in and still going, because most of those series end up jumping the shark at some point or another, or as people, as years and years and years go by, people's interests change and they start, some of the fans start dropping off of various series. There's a couple series back here that I absolutely love that I haven't read the last couple books of, just because my interests have sort of changed over the last 20 years since I started reading them. Sentar ends his series, and he typically does it in the 3 to 5 book range, usually right around 4. Of course, he always has plans for his next series that he's going to start. Sometimes he ties them in together, which is pretty cool, kind of building up this world, sort of like William D. Aron does, or Randy Darren, whatever name he's going under for that particular book. Now this one, Tao Destruction, this is the final book in this series. And we're back with Darius Yig and his human, or former human, now turned cultivator, turned beast almost, turned demon as they call him out there, demon, as he's continuing to try and preserve his little town, Hearthstone I believe it was, or not Hearthstone, Hearth something or other, but he's continuing to try and preserve his little town that he's built up, even though this town is getting stronger and stronger, because he is, with some of the gifts he received from Lilith, such as the Tao tree that resides within him, he is able to turn a huge portion of his city into, or his town, into immortals and cultivators. So it's an incredibly powerful town to begin with, but with this war coming, the kingdom, the issues with the kingdom, the nearby city that has been pretty much destroyed by demons, he needs to preserve his town even more. And he knows that he's not the only one that can keep it safe, because he still has to finish up this mission that he's on, to take out the Mo. Now, one thing about this book is it kind of goes really fast. He kind of goes from what you would, when you start the book, you would almost feel like you're kind of in the middle of a series, and he goes from that to full bore bum rush to the big ending really, really, really fast. It does feel like this could have been split up into another book or two, but overall it's still absolutely fantastic. So his idea is he's going to go talk to the White, the nearby demon that is incredibly powerful, one of like the 4 or 5 most powerful creatures on the planet, with the celestial Taos, and see if he can't get her to give her blessing, you could say, to his town. So he goes to travel to her, and he eventually does meet her. Now he's already had issues with one of her, I guess, lieutenants, the polar bear cultivator demon beast, and that of course kind of goes sideways. So Darius has to kill a few of her people, and then has to kill a couple of her lieutenants. Now, with the power that he has and the abilities that he has, he does end up managing to convince the White to help him. Actually, she offers. He's still just trying to get her to protect his town, but she ends up offering to. First, she wants to see that he can really kill these beasts, these Mo, and because no one ever been able to kill him before. Now he has Valkyrie with him now, an old friend of Lilith's, the Angel of Death. She has the Death Tao, of course, and then the White, of course, joins him, and he's got most of the rest of his usual, his maids and his wives and such like that, all his various Tao companions and beasts. And that, by the way, the one thing I do not like about the book, Nico, I think her name is, the panther, jaguar, cultivator, beast slash wife of his, absolutely cannot stand the character. Cannot stand that character. I know it's supposed to be, a cat with a cat's instincts and a cat's instincts to breed, but I'm pretty sure a cat is not walking around just trying to breed 24/7, 365 days out of the year. And yet every single dialogue with this character is kittens, kittens, kittens. In the middle of a battle, let's make kittens. In the middle of making dinner, let's make kittens. Let's have a meeting on how to survive this coming war. No, let's just make kittens. It's annoying. It's absolutely annoying and irritating. And every time that character showed up, I would usually skip ahead about 2 pages. It was just annoying. That was the only thing I did not like about the book. So the White takes him basically on like a world tour, and they start destroying these Mo. Now this is again where things kind of get accelerated, because in the previous 3 books, these battles, he took down what, 3 Mo, I think, and these battles are pretty extended, pretty crazy, and the benefits he got from each battle was pretty nuts, you know. So now admittedly he's getting stronger, and he's got much stronger backing, because not only does the White join him, but so do some of the other Celestials. They also join him. But we kind of get to the, you know, you go from one page to the next, and 3 months have passed. We've now killed 11 of the Mo's, and so he really just starts skipping through this, which is kind of cool because some of it gets repetitive. And now we end up with another problem. This big rent in the world, this big rift in the world is showing up, and this ultra powerful thing that's even more powerful than these celestial beings is showing up and attacks his town, of course. So he decides he's going to go ahead and first he takes the whole town, takes the whole town inside into his little inner world, and then they go kill the rest of them all. They figure they might as well just finish the job, so they finish that. Then they go to fight this great beast that Darius decides to call Pandora. And this is basically the end game. This is what it was building to the entire time, what everything was building to the entire time. And this battle is actually long. It doesn't skip through stuff. This is a long battle as he continues to grow and to learn. Now, we get a little bit of the old Deus Ex Machina in this, and that the tree within him starts giving him powers, giving him power, giving him power, giving him power, giving him power. He starts figuring things out, and he ends up defeating this creature just because really of this tree that is within him that gives him all these Taos. Now, that leads to, of course, the destruction of the world, the entire world, which is an unpleasant side effect. But along with that, he discovers the opposite Tao of this creature that he was fighting, that he had named Pandora, and he discovers the Tao of creation. And so using this, he creates a big tree. You guys might know where this is going. Darius Yig starts calling himself Darius Yggdrasil, because the Drasil are something that were mentioned earlier on, beings that kind of ascended. And so Darius Yig becomes Darius Yggdrasil. Those of you guys that are into mythology, especially Norse mythology, know Yggdrasil, the world tree. So he creates this tree with all these worlds. Now, he finds the world that is theoretically Earth, seals it off for mana because he came from the future Earth that had no mana. So he seals it off for mana to make sure that the circle stays complete, which is pretty cool because when they do end up showing that world, he ends up linking to another one of his series, which is pretty awesome. And the way he leaves it, there might actually be some potential for, I won't call it a sequel, but maybe another series that sort of deals with this and how they started to blend together, and then moving on from there. Could be kind of cool. I love how he likes to end his series so that you're not left hanging, but I think it would be kind of cool to have a follow-on series now that he's connected 2 of them. So if you guys enjoy these kind of books, if you guys like Bruce Sentar, because he's a fantastic author, if you like cultivation books, of course this has a little bit of the wink wink nudge nudge, brown chicken brown cow. If you like all of that stuff, fantasy, cultivation, I can't say martial arts. Unlike most cultivation books, this isn't really a martial arts book. This is a more of a slaughterhouse butcher cultivation book. But cultivation, fantasy, the harem-led Bruce Sentar, just all these things that are absolutely fantastic. If you like any of that stuff, after you guys hit the like and subscribe buttons, guys, go check out Tao Destruction by Bruce Sentar. We will catch you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye now.